Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Aeon Trespass Odyssey. Let me start that again. Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Aeon Trespass Odyssey. I am Emerging Boat. We are on day 30 of cycle 3, about to do our battle with the Hypertime Oracle level 2. At level 2, the Oracle gets a couple of new traits here. The first is Voracious Parasite, which says the Hypertime Oracle consumes all time anchors it moves through, and all time anchors it is adjacent to at the end of the Primordial round. Remove consumed time anchors from the battle board. The second trait is Once Upon a Time, which states, each time the Oracle consumes a time anchor or gains a wound, place a generic token on its trait. On this trait, wow, I really can't talk today. After resolving the current action, when there are 4 or more tokens on this trait, discard all tokens, then draw and resolve the top AI card. So these traits make the Oracle more aggressive, both in terms of the number of attacks that it's going to do during the battle, and with how it's going to try to kill you, because by removing your time anchor from the board, it can potentially, if you were time clocked and your time anchors off the board, that's just one way it can kill you. So a little bit tougher, not too bad if you manage the positioning and you're careful with trying to prevent the Oracle from going through your time anchors, but it does give you some extra mental load and things to go into your decision-making process. Let's cut back to this screen. I swapped out Titans. I'm like trying to use Titans that we haven't really been using as much. At least ones that we haven't been using as much lately. So we have the Abyss Watcher in, we have the Returner, who this will be the first time that we're actually using the Returner, so this will be fun. We have our Earthshaker and we have our Logic Breaker. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but Otis Zero only has one Fated Nemesis now because we were able to resolve one of his Fated Nemesis. Woo! I would love to know how many battles that he had that for, because it was a lot. The one that we resolved was the one that said that you cannot use your movement action, or you have to use your movement action to perform a movement every round. So that was frustrating because we could not use the movement action to unexhaust cards. And if you've been watching me play battles up until this point, you know how much I try to avoid using the combat action to do unexhaust. I try to go for as many attacks per round as possible, so that just meant that I often had a ton of exhausted cards by the end of the battle with Otis Zero. I also chose not to use the weapons that we have from the Dehaka, the 2 crit weapons. We've used them in a lot of fights. It's fun to change them out and replace them with something else every now and then. So in their place, I have 2 weapons from the Transforming Weapons card. Gear card, the Razor Bow and the Sun Spear. And I think when you craft the Sun Spear, I think technically what you're crafting is the Sun Axe. But I'm going to be starting it off on the Sun Spear side. This one is kind of interesting in that, I'll do a little macro view on this one. With the Sun Spear, it's 2-handed on this side, but then it's 1-handed on this side. But I just really like the tokens that are on the Sun Spear side, plus it has reach, so it's a pretty good weapon. And my Returner Titan should pretty consistently be able to attack every round because she has so much movement, she can move diagonally, and she has that weapon with reach. Maybe not a great use of like just piling everything up on her, but that's what I'm going to go with. I think that's all the main stuff that I wanted to cover before starting the battle. So let me jump into the little, I'll go through the Titan loadouts really quickly. I'll put them in the macro view, and then we'll get into the fight. At the start of the Primordial round, we will do our, extinguish possibilities here. So let's go ahead and put down the minor, major, Grave. I'm sure we can squeeze all these into one shot. And the Obol. And let's see what we have here. Insulted. Well, that's getting removed. Moirai Verdict. That is going on top. Grave, we have Fate Worse Than Death. That is going on top. And for our Obol, we have... shit. We have the You Live. That is getting removed. Dang. So the only person who can survive an Obol at this point is going to be the Returner. We'll go ahead and draw our AI card. Oh my gosh, it's in media res. Wow, who could have guessed? Ooh, and I actually forgot. I need to do start of battle. Our Returner Titan has to gain 2 fate. And I have to admit, I completely forgot that for in media res, I was kind of expecting that the Returner Titan was going to have to gain that grave trauma. So I was like preparing for her to have to use the second chance. But I'm dumb and I forgot that that's not how that works. So at least we don't have a disemboweled that we're gonna have to worry about. Anyway, I didn't even have to admit that on camera. I was just like, shit, I made a mistake. But the point of that is I generally try to have second chance on the Titans that I'm using for that I know are going to be affected by in media res. The 3 Titans that will have to split them across are the Abyss Watcher, Earthshaker, and Logic Breaker. The Abyss Watcher I'll probably have take that major trauma because it's okay. He can gain 2 fate because he has Spiral 2 and he has a high precision weapon. We don't know what the minor trauma is going to be, and the grave trauma is Fate Worse Than Death. Fate Worse Than Death we'll probably want to give to our Logic Breaker since we have this awesome... Oh, I actually didn't even like really talk about this card. Prototype Trespass Device is like an insanely strong gear card. It says it has temporal reflex, whatever. I mean, that's fine, but the main thing is when you die, you can discard this card to lose 1 Titan from the Argo to come back to life at your time anchor. We get this from the Sun Descendant technology, and it's so strong that it says Menestus prohibited. The Menestus Theater is where you get insanely strong things, and this is strong enough that they said, actually, you cannot use this in Menestus Theater. That's too strong. So cycle 3, we are going to try to use the hell out of this. We are not going to unequip it because we won't always be using this thing. I mentioned before that cycle 3, you get a very high power level towards the end of the cycle, and don't worry, the developers thought about that going into cycles 4 and 5, and they have ways outside of Ascendancy to help solve those problems that you didn't know were problems. Anyway, I think what that means is that we want Earthshaker to take the minor trauma. So cut to this camera. Our minor trauma says, oh, come on, exhaust all your exhaustible gear. If no gear was exhausted by this card, suffer knockdown. Well, I guess at least on the one hand, at least he's able to use movement to get this stuff back. Oh man, that's annoying. Okay. How is it a minor trauma? It feels like a major trauma. Then major trauma, we said was going to go to the Abyss Watcher, which was the Moirai Verdict. We're going to gain 2 fate. And then grave trauma will go to the Logic Breaker. And that was our Fate Worse Than Death, which is going to be a condition card. So he already has the priority target. He basically can't lose it. We don't really want him to die. But luckily, he can basically cheat death. So that is done. We'll put in media res off to the side over here. Then we'll draw our AI2 Hyper Laser. Target lowest danger in front. put it on Abyss Watcher for now, but let's think about this. We do have 3 Paradox, so this will be a double laser instead of just a regular laser. So I think doing this on Abyss Watcher actually makes sense. Because he can reflex behind, or well, we can use Pursuer Order to get behind that iceberg. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. We'll use that window of opportunity to use Pursuer Order, move 2 spaces there. Hypertime Oracle now does not have to move laterally, instead just does a double laser attack. This one goes nowhere, this one destroys this iceberg. And then after attack, rewind, but we don't have to worry about that. That ends that AI, which ends the Primordial round and begins the Titan round, and we will try to prime our shot that reduces the AT value for a round. That primes on a 7 or higher. Oh, that just jumped in there. Oh my gosh, I can't roll this die. This is such a big target to roll into, and I keep missing. Nope, that's a 4. We do not prime it. Darn. Dang, I wish I had Eye of the Watcher on a different Titan other than Earthshaker. But I think I will still go first. Them, maybe? We will reestablish your time anchor. Oh boy. Put that there. We will use a Night to Remember to unexhaust your weapon. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's attack from here. So we'll gain a Rage and a Fate. Put 1 opening and 1 break in the Kratos pool. And we will need a 6 or higher to hit. It's a 9 and an 8. So I'll take both of those and put this back on this side. We'll get 1 auto break from Paradox. We'll draw our BP card. I just combined Temporal and Icicle. Temporical Gland. Temporal Icicle Gland. AT of 5, and it is atemporal. Dang, we will have to resolve a minor trauma draw on this. That's going to be 2 black. This is a fairly low AT. 2 black, 2 red, and a power. We only need 4 on the dice here. That is a lot more than 4. All right, so we destroy that Temporical Gland. And we will... oh, there's no wound effect. Okay, so that's going to go into our wound stack. Starting off strong with 1 wound. Always like to see that. But now it's going to put a BP 3 in our BP deck. And I did already go with my best attacker. 3, 2, 1. BP 1. But I didn't want to start off with a miss. No, sorry, not AI 1 comes out. AI 2 comes out. AI 3 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI 3 on top. Lovely. Clear that, clear that, clear these. We will get break 2. We will do cumbersome. We do have a reposition we can do from Paradox as well. Then let's take an opening from our Kratos table. Rouse 1. If I can grab it. Nope, that's diversion. Let's do motivate 2 and motivate. Actually, let's do. Yeah, it's fine. No, let's go, you motivate 2, you motivate 1. That ends that attack, and then we have to do a minor trauma draw. Battle Cry, another Titan may move up to 2 spaces or stand up. Let's move the Abyss Watcher up just for the sake of being able to keep his time anchor a little bit more to the east and away from the time front. Battle cry goes back. When I have to increment this as well. And that should end his turn. Next, let's go with Returner. That'll put this time anchor here. I have to activate her. Then let's move 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll attack from here, sure. Gain a rage. We need a 4 or higher to hit here. Okay, that's a 4. Then, do we get any auto tokens? I don't think so. We'll get 2 black dice and 1 red die and draw our AI card. We have the wrong angled wing, which we saw recently on the Sun Descendant as well. AT of 5, Oracle moves 3 spaces away. Okay, I was kind of expecting he might have to move soon. So we have a bonus power, so we need 4 on the dice. Oh my gosh, okay, give me 1 second. I literally, I was rolling like this and just 2 of the dice just flung out of my hand, 1 hit my laptop, and I'll be right back. Sorry you couldn't join me on my scavenger hunt to find those dice, but I have them now. We're good to go, probably covered in hair. I say that and that makes my floor sound like it's disgustingly dirty. It's not that dirty. I just haven't vacuumed in a couple weeks down here. The dog doesn't come down here that much. Stop judging me. I'm just gonna roll before I just start talking myself into some tangent. Anyway, that's plenty. We wound. That is going to scare the Oracle away from our dirty ass floor. How many spaces was it? 3. 1, 2, 3. Come off. And that'll go in our wound stack. And then that goes up as well. We will get a BP 2 in our BP stack. 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh. I'll just keep it there. BP 3, shit. BP AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. Oh, who do I want to attack a BP 3 now? 3, 2, 1. I don't know why. Okay. 3, 2, 1. AI1. I was distracted. All right, these come out. We will get break 2, opening 1 from, oh, and giant glaciate, the previous space, right? Sorry, I think I forgot to do that. Yeah, giant glaciate. It goes there. So break 2, opening 1. We'll get opening 1 because Cersei Guard is awesome. Then we also get, oh yeah, this is where pass is annoying because I hate having to remember. Yeah, okay, I have to remember to not touch some of these tokens for pass so I can remember what was in the pool before, but we will get pass 1 and black 1 and motivate 1. So for pass 1, let's just take as much break as we can get because we'll have plenty of precision and we have arrow barrage still. For the motivate, let's just move logic breaker a little bit closer, I guess. Oh, and actually this pursuer order charge should be off. I think that will end her turn. Then let's go with Abyss Watcher, because I think he has a decent chance to try to wound a BP3. We might have to use Death Follows, but we should be able to do it, I think. Start of his turn, he needs to gain Ambrosia as well. I should have given Eye of the Watcher to Abyss Watcher. But all right, we're going to use Razor Bow, and we're going to use the Elation 1 from Spartan Copus, and we will attack. Do I want to use Arrow Barrage? Oh, let's not use Arrow Barrage, but let's use Fate Converter. We'll lose 2 fate and gain a danger. And we will need 3 or higher to hit here. That's a 6 and an 8. Do I want to try to crit farm here? How many Oracle? What's it called? Cores do I have? I have one more because I used one to create our returner. No, let's not, because if I wound this, then I'll be able to cycle in more BP3s, and we'll have more chances. So let's not, because if I miss one of these, it's going to be pretty low likelihood that I am going to wound, and I just don't want to risk that. So we're going to get 5 red from between our weapon and Abyss Watcher. We'll get a black, auto black, and then we'll get to draw our BP before we decide if we want to use Death Follows. Void Heart. It is also a temporal. Dang, it's going to be another minor trauma draw. Ooh, we need 9. Let's screw it. Yeah, let's use Death Follows. Let's do it. So we need 9 on the dice here. Boom. Not bad. Okay, so these are great. Keep those 2. That's going to be 4. That's 5. We'll use black on these 2. If we just did that, then we'd be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's keep this, and let's use a power reroll on this and black on these 2. So we'll do the black first. Oof. I don't know if we can wound now. That's 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think I can wound. Dang, that's 2. Dang, maybe I shouldn't have used that power reroll on the one that had a break token on it. Oh well. I mean, there's a 1 in 6 chance it was going to be lower than it was. So, oh, fail is draw a Moiros card. Okay. Not great. Immediately lose 1 hull. Damn. Okay, let's put this in the... Oh, no, you have to hold on to this. And move the times front 1 space forward. 1. Oh, I can't reach that to stand up. 1. There we go. Then this will go into our discard. Back to that view. Darn, that was close. I could trick the razor bow if I wanted to and transform it. I don't think I really want to, though. Yeah, no, I'll pass. But we have our second ability window, so we will get opening 2. Then we have elation 1 from the Spartan Copus, so we'll get another opening token. What else we got? We will have just a fire. Then these come out, those come out, and we do get a rouse as well. Oh, and I actually did not lose my hull. Let me go and do that really quickly. Also, technically I should have rolled for that ambrosia I gained at the beginning of Abyss Watcher's turn, because on an 8 or higher I did not gain it. That's cocked. 9. So actually I should not have gained it, so I should not have any ambrosia, which honestly, I'd rather have 1 ambrosia at least on hand. But we could always use the auto break 1 from Spartan Copus instead of the elation 1. I have movement. I don't need to use it, but I think maybe I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4 and hide back there. So that way if we get laser attacked against Abyss Watcher again, we can block it with that iceberg. That'll end that turn. I'm gonna move these dice out of the way. And then that's gonna be Logic Breaker's turn. last but not least, put time anchor here. I can see this being dumb, but I think I will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go there and attack. Let's use Arrow Barrage to get 1 break token. Then we'll gain a rage to attack. We have +2, we have +5 total, so we need 3 or higher to hit. It's a 6. We can't crit, so no point in trying to do that. It's going to give us 4 red dice. Let's grab these 4. And auto break 1. Then we'll go ahead and draw our BP card. I think that's everything. Yeah, okay. Fleshy robe. Look at that fleshy robe. So I'm just staring at the picture. I'm not even reading the card. But it's like, no, I mean, it just looks like fabric. I don't really see the flesh. You know, it's a little frayed on the edges. Fleshy robe, AT of 6. We're gonna get time clocked if we wound it. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. So we have our 4 red dice. We're gonna need to get 5 on the dice here, and we have what? 1 power reroll. Okay. Boom. Amazing. Beautiful. I love it when I get a really good roll on like dice I might normally be close with, because I feel like a lot of the times in the battles recently where I've gotten really good power rolls, it's been with like the Dahaka blade, and I have 2 black and 3 red, or like 3 black and 2 red depending on who's wielding it, and I like max out the roll or close to it, and I'm like, well, I just beat the AT by like 6. I want some of the, I need to spread out some of this luck. So this is good. I like this. Let's see. Wound, we will get time clocked. I don't have anything to prevent that, do I? Remind me what temporal reflex is again. I think that's about crash. Yeah, when you're about to suffer crash, ignore it. If you would suffer unavoidable knockback, displace instead. Oh, temporal reflex avoids unavoidable knockback. You know, I'm sure other people have talked about it. Terribly named ability. Why would you use reflex in something where reflex is already a keyword, and you already have things like advanced reflex and superior reflex, and then you have temporal reflex and it has nothing to do with actual reflex? Whatever. I'm sure they realized that was probably not the best choice of words, but I'm just upset because I have a terrible memory, and so anything that does not allow me to use like an easy memory trick to remember these things, or have to remember the edge cases, is frustrating for me. So time clocked. Get time clocked. Departing. Now departing for time clocked. Bloop. You are off the board. You cannot come on this round actually, because the round is going to be over right after you finish your attack. This will go into our wound stack, go to 3 wounds, not bad for the first round. This will go up to 3. We'll get a BP 2 in here, 3, 2, 1. BP 1 on top. AI 1 comes out. AI 2 goes in. Okay, just don't let it be the AI 3 on top. 3, 2, 1. AI2, okay. All right, but I said don't let it be the AI3. I didn't say anything about the AI2. I understand. AI2's fine. Go back to this view. These come out. You'll get opening 1. Reposition does not help us here. Let's see, what else? Oh, I didn't even actually count. I think we overbroke, so I will gain a break token there, and that's all we're gonna get. Oh wow, that sucks. Yeah, that's not great. Oh well. Fire comes out. Okay, well, it's going to be a little annoying if the Oracle does a move where he doesn't do a laser attack and instead he just tries to walk up and attack Abyss Watcher that way. I don't want him eating that yellow time anchor. But we can reset all of these. Boom, boom, boom. That comes off. That comes off. Then I mute while I cough. Then I tell the Oracle, hey, fuck off. And draw an AI 2. Oh, nope. Missing some things here. We have multiple things we have to do. We got to move our time throne. Still just 3 spaces, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Shrinking our map. Then we have to do the extinguish possibilities again. Here's our minor, major, and I'm not even going to bother with the obol because we already know it's the you died obol on top. So for minor, we have, Feign Death. It's a great card that we just lost. Major trauma we have. Fateful Paradox. It's not terrible, but I'm already at 3 Paradox. I don't really want to go higher than that. Grave trauma we have. Oh boy. Didn't I have this in my last fight against him? Or did I have this in the Sun Descendant fight? This wasn't that long ago. I think it was the Sun Descendant fight. I shuffled the hell out of these cards right before this fight too, so. But this one does stay on top. At least that one gives a chance of surviving. I don't really mind Heroic Life. I don't really see it as a negative. Like, I feel like more often than not, it ends up just being a free bonus attack. But we did what? I think we died from it last time, right? Yeah, is that the one that led to us dying? And then I think that's when I used the Nietzschean Nymph. Probably. Anyway, I'm just stalling. That ends Extinguish Possibilities. Draw Destined to Die. Priority target in front, which is... Oh, priority target is off the map. So then its highest fate in front. Well, the only Titan that's in front is the Abyss Watcher. So by process of elimination, 0 is the highest fate. And we have Judgment, Wisdom, or Fury. What do we have here? I put that there. What do we have in terms of... Oh, Leocules has 3 Fury because he has that bonus. Hell yeah. My man is pissed off all the time. I love it. So it's just 1. We have the 3 bonus. We need an 8 or higher. If the attack hits, it deals 7 danger and death 2. Okay. Haven't really had to deal with the death condition that much so far this cycle. All right, 8 or higher. I do get to do I get any bonuses? Oh, I get +1 judgment. +1 a bonus to judgment test from Siren Mask. Haha. So I need a 7 or higher. 3. I'm definitely gonna fate reroll that. This isn't doomed, is it? No. Okay. Come on. I have so many bonuses. Come on. 9! Yes! I just would have been disappointed if I got so many bonuses and I was like, oh, I still failed. All right, awesome. So nothing happens, right? Yeah, after attack, the Oracle moves 5 spaces towards the time front. Oh boy. And turns to face the most Titans, giant glaciate the previous primordial space. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Is there anything? I don't think there's anything I can do to avoid this. No. He's gonna swallow that time anchor, which is effectively killing the logic breaker. And it's gonna cause... Oh no. Is there any way I can stop this? I don't think there's any way I can avoid this. Yeah, I don't have like pull or anything, and I don't think there's any creative way that I can use like Pursuer Order in combination with the pushback from Spartan Copus. to push him out of the way. Dang. Well, if you see a way for me to be able to avoid this, let me know in the comments, because I'm curious if I just missed something, but I don't think I can avoid it. So shit. All right. The Oracle moves 5 spaces towards the time front and turns to face the most Titans. I do want to use Pursuer Order. Can I? Yeah, no, I don't think I can use Pushback to get out of the way here. I think I have to use Pursuer Order. I'll go. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I'll go here. Dang. Okay. So this is going to get destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn to face the most Titans. This comes off the board. And this is going to increment. So what is the name of that? Once Upon a Time is now ready to fire another AI. Oh, and Giant Glaciate the previous Primordial space. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, sorry. One more space over. All right, so this is going to go away. Pull up my screen here. That gets discarded. Then we're going to resolve another AI, resetting this. We have Ordain, lowest fate in front. It's going to be a tie between Earthshaker and Abyss Watcher. Let's resolve it against Abyss Watcher, only for the fact that if we do it against Earthshaker, then it's we're not going to get the chance to like kind of reset. We want to start pushing the time anchors this way. So we're going to get time clocked in the after attack here, which means at the start of the next round, Earthshaker is going to come back to this point, and ideally we'd really like to be able to have his time anchor more this way, but Abyss Watcher's time anchor is already down here and he's already in line with it, so it's not going to affect the positioning of his. So let's do this against Abyss Watcher. Get 3 dice. We need an 8 or higher to evade. Oh, and it's teleport in front. Okay. 8 or higher. That's 1 evade. What do we have here? We can do 2 rerolls. Let's do that. Nice. Beautiful. That's like the perfect roll for having like the bonus evasion too. Like we just hit the minimum on everything. That's outstanding. After attack, time clocked. So now our Abyss Watcher gets time clocked. And let's see, that comes out. That comes out. And I think we're good. This is resolved. So like that Primordial round could have been way worse, but also, man, just him swallowing that one time anchor really, I mean, Logic Breaker's not dead. We could potentially still get through this fight and not have Logic Breaker die, because I think like he will survive this whole next round. I think if we get through the whole, like the 3rd Titan round, and we're able to kill the Hypertime Oracle before we get to Logic Breaker's turn, then technically I think we would end the fight before he has to try to arrive from time clocked and get erased from existence. But anyway, effectively we've already lost a Titan, at least for the number of Titans that we can attack with. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Interesting fight. This is a fun fight. Start of the Primordial round, or sorry, no. Don't do another Primordial round on me. Let's do start of the Titan round, and let's try to prime our cannon shot that does -AT. A 4 does not prime. Go back on that unlucky streak of failing to prime the cannon. Oh, and with this, the Earthshaker pretty much has to take a turn off, I think. I don't think there's any chance that we can wound. Okay, yeah, I guess let's just play this relatively safe. Do I want to go first with Earthshaker? No, this can come off. No, I don't really see the benefit of going first with Earthshaker. Let's go, before we go with Abyss Watcher, let's use reverse time flow to have Abyss Watcher arrive from time clocked. Show up there on his time anchor, then time clock can go away. And I'll attack first, I guess. So let me do that. And we get an, oh, we have to roll for the Ambrosia. I don't get the Ambrosia. Actually, that's kind of fine. I'm okay with getting the auto break from Spartan Copus. Come out. So we will gain a rage and attack. We'll have 2 dice. Do I want, let's see, I'll have +4 total. Let's not use it. Let's just roll. So we'll have 2 dice. We need 4 or higher to hit. Yeah, okay, and I'm going to use the auto break one from Spartan Copus. It's a 7 and an 8. I'm not going to try 2 crit things here. Not in a great position to do that. So let's get, what, 3 or 5 red dice. And we'll get auto break 1, auto black 1. Then draw our BP card. Sun-Kissed Hood. Instinct. Perform signature against the attacker. Okay, buddy. Look, we don't need more attacks from you. I don't need it. I'm done with it. What's going to be with our signature? Rewind. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't move first. Interesting. That'll turn him to face the south direction. Okay. So we need 5 on the dice here. Boom. Easy, maybe. Yeah, okay. I think we got it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we're good. We are good. That wounds. Go up to 4 wounds. Go up to 1 on this counter. I'll put a BP2 in here. Now we need to start getting our BP2s and 3s. Oh, I could have done precise. There's no way I would have tried to wound a BP3 with him. 3, 2, 1, BP2. Okay, AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI2. AI2. These come out. We got to queue up the signature. That comes out. And we're going to get opening 2 from our razor bow. That's cumbersome. Reposition kind of could matter. I'll come back to that one. But we will get a fire and a black. Black, fire, and rouse 1. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use the reposition. So that will end. Is there anything else that we need to do with your abilities? That will end the attack action. So now we resolve the signature. Move lateral, right? Yeah, okay. Move lateral. Facing south. We'll have 3 dice. This is a beefy signature. 3, we need a 10 or higher. Okay, that's a crit evade. I don't think I have anything for crit evades. Then I can re-roll these two. Nice. Wow, all right. So it'll just be one hit, and we're gonna take 2 danger, 2 fate. Go up to 3 of each. And anything else we need to do there before we draw our minor trauma? I don't think so. Our minor trauma is Kratos Whisper, gain a rage. All right. 3 rage it is. Then rewind, but we're already on our time anchor, so that does nothing, and the signature is done. Then I still have my movement. So let's do, let's gain a fate. Use glacial fabric to glaciate an adjacent space, right? Yeah, adjacent. I'm gonna put it there. Yeah, I'll do that. Then, okay, so that's used. Let's use fate, what's it called? Fate converter to lose 2 fate and gain danger with Abyss Watcher. Then let's move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go there. And that will end Abyss Watcher's turn. Then we'll go with Returner. You reestablish your time anchor. Then we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can use Sun Spear, range 2, or reach 2. Let's gain a rage. We have 1 die at +2. We have +4, +5 total, so we need 3 or higher on this. 5, that's fine. No crits for me this time, I guess. All right, 5. So do we have any auto tokens? I don't think so. BP2 will come out. The Inner Eye Colony. Beautiful artwork. Are those little Ouroboroses inside the eyes? Little infinity symbols? Ooh, AT of 8. All right, so we need to get 7 on the dice here. That's going to be tough. We're going to have 2 black and a red. We can act like we're at 3 rage, which doesn't really help us for the attack. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's roll the red first. Okay, that will probably be getting re-rolled. Black. Oh, come on, it's cocked. 2, not enough. Definitely not enough. Well, this is a little late. I know I didn't say I wanted to do this, but I did want to use Arrow Barrage for getting a break token in here. So honestly, this may end up being wasted, but I did want to do this. Let's keep the 2. I'll use black on this, and I'm going to use power reroll from my Kratos level 1. All right, black die first. Bad. That's not going to be able to wound now. Damn. Time clocked. Okay, actually time clocked is kind of totally fine for me. Time clocked departing. You come out. I was actually hoping that she would get time clocked. I'll get these come out. This goes in our BP failure pile. Then this will all come out. We will get break 2, opening 1. Break 2. Opening 1. Then I can get a black token as well, and I can pass either. I would have had an opening or a break to pass. It's a BP 1 on top, so let's pass the opening. This fight's not going super well. It's okay, we need some bad fights in here. Ends the returner's turn. And then all that Logic Breaker is going to do, oh yeah, I forgot Earthshaker still has to go, but Logic Breaker is just going to change to the arriving side, and next turn he's going to die. Then Earthshaker, reestablish your time anchor. We'll use our combat to get all this stuff back. And then we'll use movement to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I haven't been using Eye of the Watcher well in this fight, because I really should be trying to use that second ability on it where it says if your total power is higher than the AT by at least a number of time anchors on the board, reestablish any time anchor on your space. It's a really good ability. I really should be using this on probably just whoever's using a ranged weapon like the razor bow. If I forget to say that during the debrief, well, that's part of my debrief. All right, that will end the Titan round. Flip these over. Boom. Then we will go into the Primordial round and draw this AI. Nope, no. We got to move our time front. Stop forgetting these things. This comes off. That's going to get destroyed. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3. And what else? So then we're going to have to do our extinguish possibilities. I may need to try to, not need to, but I might want to try, because we have heroic life on top of our, okay, so the only one that we need to draw trauma for is minor trauma. So let's do that really quickly. Okay, that's a positive, so that's going to get removed. I have heroic life on top of the grave trauma deck, so maybe I want to try to consider, like, next time I trigger Once Upon a Time, oh geez, this should be at 1. Once Upon a Time, maybe I try to consider getting attacked and trying to draw a grave trauma so that we can get heroic life and get a bonus attack. Because without a bonus attack, I mean, it's very unlikely that Logic Breaker is going to survive the battle at this point. But if we get a bonus attack, there's a small chance that I think we could do it. Because we would need to get 4 more attacks off. We could do like a BP1, a BP2, and then the rest of them would have to be BP3s. And that could get us in 4 attacks. Anyway, Extinguish Possibilities is done. We now can draw our AI card, which is Flash Forward. Highest fate in front. There's only one Titan in front, and that's our Abyss Watcher, who just seems to be the most popular Titan around with the Oracle. Not a laser attack this time. Oh, well, here's a way to draw a grave trauma. Oh, but if we draw a grave trauma with Abyss Watcher, oh, well, actually, that one allows us to move up to 3 spaces, right? It does. Okay. I was worried about having to do the bonus attack with the razor bow, but we'll be okay if this happens. All right. Actually, this is pretty good. So flash forward, highest fate in front. All right, move and attack. I don't think I want to use. Do I want to use pushback? I don't think so, because pushback is just going to make it so that when he. Well, no, I have to think about this. I'm going, unless I do a full evade on this, I'm going to chain break. No, that's not true. Drawing that grave trauma is only if I get hit by 1 die. And Abyss Watcher does not have second chance. Oof. Okay, well, here we go. So go 1, 2, 3. So this far one is going to get destroyed. Ugh. It's kind of okay because it leaves things open for Earthshaker. Movement attack. So it's going to be 3 dice at. We need an 8 or higher. Okay, that's 1 evade. Or reroll both of these. If I can just evade With two of them, or I'm sorry, with one of them, I did a full evade. Oops. Okay, that's fine, because we still avoid getting time clocked, which is the important thing. I really did not want to get time clocked here. So the Oracle now moves 5 spaces directly away from the attacker, giant glaciate the previous primordial space. This one does not say without turning. He did not start adjacent to that time anchor, so we're okay. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And giant glaciate the previous primordial space. These come off. Oops, I didn't unexhaust this, but at the start of the Titan round, let's go ahead and once again try to prime that shot. That does minus AT. 7! All right, finally. Cargo, let's lose a retractable mechanism. All right, things are hopefully looking up for us right now. Where's my minus AT token? Come on. There we go. This is going to give us what we need to win this round. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right. Let's do, let's go with returner first. You can probably hear my dog barking. I apologize. We are going to return the returner. Put her back on her time anchor. Then time clock goes away. I think my pausing and unpausing got a little out of sync there. My dog was barking and then I lost track of whether I was paused or unpaused. But I'm going to gain a fate to use repurposed Cryptex's semi-sync ability, so we're going to get an extra movement. Where is movement token? There we go. Sure. I'll use that just to show we have an extra movement. Then we will move 1, 2, 3, 4. No point in being adjacent, might as well go there. And attack. I might have forgotten to put the extra opening token on her last attack. But we will have 1 die. We have plus 5 total. We need 3 or higher. That's a 3. Man, we're really just barely doing things right now. It's going to be, we'll get 2 black and a red. Maybe I should have transformed this weapon before I attacked. Yeah, 2. Yeah, maybe. Oh well. Too late now. Just the BP1 anyway. It's a right-angled wing, AT of 6, which is going to be an AT of 5. We have +1 power, so we just need 4 on the dice. 4 on the dice. That's all we need. Plenty. The Oracle moves 3 spaces directly away from the attacker without turning. Giant glaciate to the previous space. Go 1, 2, 3. And that goes there. This will come out, go into our wound stack. All right, we're finally halfway there. We can do it. Get another BP2 in here. 3, 2, 1. BP2. AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI2. These come out, that comes out. We're gonna have to deal with pass, so we'll leave those to the side. Break 2. Opening 1. Then what do we have that's not pass? We're going to end up having just a black and then 2 pass. Black and 2 pass. Let's do 1 opening, 1 break. And then for the movement, extra movement, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll go there. That goes away, and then we'll get a movement fatigue token at the end of her turn. And I'm going to take a break for a little while. My wife's going to be home from work soon, so I'm going to spend the time with her. So I'll resume this video maybe a few hours, maybe tomorrow. But I will be back in a few seconds for your time. I am back, and I need to fix this. This should be 2. What other mistakes did old me make? This is a brand new emerging boat. I only roll crits. I only roll the max roll of my power dice. So I think from this point forward, I'm just going to get rid of the dice cam because you don't actually need to see me roll anymore. Just trust me. Take my word for it. I'm rolling so good. I can't do that. I'm not doing that on this channel. All right. Where did I leave off? We have Earthshaker and Logic Breaker where... Oh, and Abyss Watcher, okay. But Logic Breaker is just going to die. I just went back and rewatched part of the last video, or like the earlier part of this video, and I wanted to make sure, did I use Motivate on Returner? And I did not. And Motivate here is going to be super helpful because I would prefer to go next with Abyss Watcher in case we get a BP3 up afterwards, because I would rather have Earthshaker go for the BP3. Although, actually, Abyss Watcher might have a better chance of winning the BP3, but I say that because Abyss Watcher would be able to attack with 6 red dice because we could get up to 5 rage if we have a, what's it called? Not a Fury token, a Rouse token. That's what I'm looking for. Ooh, yeah, let's actually go with Earthshaker next. I'm going to do that because I think Abyss Watcher actually would have a better chance against the BP3. Right, we need the green token. Put that under Earthshaker. Also, all this shit is so crooked now. I'm going to fix that a little bit. There we go. That's slightly better. Then we need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to stand up. There we go. I was able to push him and my stuff's messed up again, but oh well. Next, let's attack. We'll gain a rage. We will gain a fate to commit. Oh, I don't know why these are still here. One of these should be spent. But let's use, do we want to use the final charge of Arrow Barrage? If we don't, we were going to need a 5 or higher to hit. Oh, and Cersei Guard should have been able to leave another opening from her thing, because Cersei Guard is awesome, right? Because we passed, when we did pass, we did a 1 break, 1 opening. Sunspear gives us 1 opening. Yeah, okay, so I did not do that before. See, this is what I'm saying. New emerging boat remembers everything. Okay, with 4 or higher to hit, let's just go with that. All right, come on, 4 or higher. That's a 3 and a 7. Shoot. Okay, I'll re-roll the 3, gaining a fate. Boom. That's a 5. That's just enough. I will take that. And we just get 1 auto break. Yeah, all right. Then draw the BP2. Living Lenses. AT value of 8. Move the time front 1 space backward. The Oracle moves 6 space directly away from the attacker without turning. That will maybe make things a little bit weird for Abyss Watcher, although the Motivate should be able to... I think we'll be okay with the Motivate from Earthshaker. I definitely don't want to fail this because I don't want the sealed condition. I just got rid of my Faded Nemos. I don't want another one. So we're going to need 6 on the dice. We're going to get 2 black, 2 red. Yeah, all right. 6 on the dice. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy peasy. No problem. Move the time front 1 space backward. Undoing the move forward we got earlier at some point. Then the Oracle moves 6 spaces directly away from the attacker without turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This gets destroyed. It'll go there instead. Then that will come out and go into our wound stack, and we are at 6 wounds. 6 wounds! Come on, we can do this. We can do this. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh gosh. BP3. Nice. That is what I wanted. AI2 comes out. AI3 goes in. I don't think I added the ultimate yet. I don't remember where it was. Oh no. The new emerging Potsol was supposed to remember. I've already failed. 3, 2, 1. AI3. That comes out, that comes out, these come out, and we will get break 2. We will have reposition 1 from the paradox. Get rouse 1. Then we'll get 1 more break, and do we want another break or an opening? Well, if we use the arrow barrage for the opening tokens, then we probably just want another break here. Okay, that comes out. That is gone. Then we will motivate 1 and 2. Motivate 1, motivate 1, 2. And reposition 1 back there. Also got to increment this. And your turn is done. Then we'll go with Leocules / the Abyss Watcher. Let's use movement to get our good stuff back. We use Arrow Barrage for opening. And we'll attack. We will have +3, what's +5 total, so we're going to need 3 or higher on the dice. Let's see, nothing else that I'm missing here, right? Okay, no, 3 or higher. 5, this one is cocked. That's a 5. It's 2 hits. I am... Ooh, do I want to try to... I feel like I've gotten so defensive with... like in my recorded videos, I feel like I'm so much more guarded about if I'm going to like try to reroll or not for these crits. It would be so stupid to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's so tempting to do it, but I'm not going to because there's a 20% chance I'm going to miss, 10% chance I would crit. Not worth it. Okay. Oh, I did not do the ambrosia gain. So let's see what I've gained ambrosia. I would not have. So then that means I would be using the auto break aspect of the Spartan Copus. So that's going to be, I don't think that extra break's going to really help me at all, but do that. Sorry, I was just checking Speed by the Abyss to see if it was like a optional thing, like if I could choose to gain the Ambrosia anyway, but it looks like it's not optional. Okay, draw this. Ripen Realities. AT of 7, that's not bad, but we're gonna have a Temporal, which is gonna lead to a major trauma draw. Ooh, I think I should be at 5 danger with Abyss Watcher, just by the way, because I've definitely had to draw an Obel with him. After surviving any trauma other than an... Oh, he might actually be at 6. I should have drawn a trauma or gained a danger for him after in media res. Yeah, I'll gain that now. I don't think it would have affected anything, but I'm not positive on that. All right, atemporal. Yeah, we'd still be at a major trauma. Okay, so we need to get 6 on the dice. We're gonna have, what, 6 reds total? Yes, because we have the Rouse token in there. All right, come on, we just need 6. It's not bad. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have any overbreak? I don't think so. I don't think we care about that. So we're good. Nice. I am very lucky that was a super low AT for a BP3. No wound effect. Let me put the... Oh, that's right. The major trauma is going to be... Is there any way I can gain a danger to not have to do the paradox gain? I don't think so. Okay. I'm just going to put the trauma here so I don't forget. That blends in too much. There we go. So these are going to come out. This is a PP3, so we're just going to put a generic double wound on our stack. Go up to 8 wounds. The lowest... Oh, okay. There's, what, 2 2s and a 1. So the 1 will come out. BP3 will go in. Gosh. 3, 2, 1. BP2. Dang. All right, so even if we get this bonus attack from the grave trauma, we will not be able to... I don't think we're going to be able to save the logic breaker, unfortunately. All right, and then the lowest AI comes out. It's going to be an AI 1. Put the AI 3 in. Oh, here's the ultimate. Okay. 3, 2, 1. AI 3, it's not the ultimate, but still. Oh, and this could go up to 4. That's readied. Oh, and then the BP3 we just wounded goes onto the bottom of our BP cards. Clear this very nice looking Kratos pool. We'll put 2 opening in there. Come on, there we go. 2 opening. And 2 fire and 2 black. And that. 2 black. 2 fire. And all these breaks go away. With reposition 1, let's move back 1 space. So that way if he gets targeted, we can still get behind this giant glacier with the last charge of Pursuer Order. Then his attack is done. Let's do the major trauma here, which is just gain a paradox. So we need to go into this and give ourselves 1 more paradox, bringing us up to 4. Oh, I did not reestablish his time anchor at the start of his turn. It should be there. And then at the end of his attack, not only are we done with his turn, but we also need to trigger, what's it called? Once Upon a Time. This goes away. Basically going to be getting 2 AI cards in a row here because it's going to be the Primordial round right after Logic Breaker dies. Draw our AI 3. Nice, it's an AI 2 beneath. Tyranny of Stars. All Titans on the battle board. Oh boy. I have not drawn this playthrough yet. I forget this one. Oh, shit. Teleport all Titans and Judge and reestablish the time anchors of teleported Titans. Then perform signature against each adjacent Titan, ignoring its after attack effect. What was the after attack? Oh, rewind. Well, yeah, I guess. Oh, man. I think I might have just lost. Well, not lost, because I do still have reflex. I can still reflex out of the way from the time front with Earthshaker and Returner. Okay, I definitely haven't lost, but it might actually also still be possible to not lose anybody. Because each of those would be, what, 6 danger, 6 fate? All right, so the time front is going to be moving, assuming like nothing pushes the time front around, the time front is going to be moving into column 10. Actually, this might not be as bad as I thought. Reestablish the time anchors of teleported Titans, perform signature against each adjacent Titan. But if we should be able to get everybody out of adjacency. Also, Abyss Watchers should have 1 more danger because they survived another trauma. So I think, all right, so when you teleport, they have to be adjacent and then in front if possible. So I think what I would do is order them like this. Hopefully you can see all this on camera. Yeah, okay, it's not blocking the view. Then their time anchors are going to get reestablished. Blue is Returner. Sorry, I have to block the camera a bit here. Green is Earthshaker. And red is Abyss Watcher. Then we have a window of opportunity, and we are going to use the shit out of that. Oh no, I think what I need to do here actually is swap these 2 around to make this work. And then Returner would use Pursuer Ultimatum, Gain of Fate, and she would go 1, 2, 3. Then Abyss Watcher. Oh wait, no, hold on. This is not going to work either. Undo that. This here. Oh shit. Okay, I see what I need to do. I see what I need to do. I see it. Oh, shit. Okay. So Returner has to be in this spot. Since she has superior reflex. Earthshaker needs to be in this spot. Okay, this is exactly how it has to be set up, because during this window of opportunity, the first thing that's going to happen is that Abyss Watcher is going to push back 2 using Spartan Copus. 1, 2. Then Returner will use Pursuer Ultimatum. Go 1, 2, 3. Whereas Earthshaker is going to use Pursuer Imperative. Go just 1 here. And then Abyss Watcher is going to go 1, 2. Boom. Oh, that looks good. All right. Somebody's going to comment and be like, you totally screwed that up because you did something illegally. But at least in the moment, I feel pretty good about it. So there's no Titans to perform signature against. And we will go to after final attack. Wow, 4 paradox or more, or a... Dang it. Oh, shoot. No, I didn't even read that part. Oh, everything I just thought about is completely moot because I didn't read ahead. Time front is going to be here. Okay, so I think instead Abyss Watcher is going to go on a suicide mission. We'll have had Returner go there, so she could have Superior Reflex there. Then instead of Abyss Watcher, so Abyss Watcher would be here. Instead of Abyss Watcher using Pursuer Order, we would give that to Earthshaker, so Earthshaker could go 1-2 with Pursuer Order, 1-2 with Pursuer Imperative. My breeding card from cycle 2 is going to be ready sooner than the breeding card from cycle 1. So we'll sacrifice the Abyss Watcher instead of the Earthshaker. Although to be completely honest, at some point I do want to get support specialization. I think I want to get that off of Earthshaker because it's so good, and I'm going to want to start, I probably want to put that on another Titan. Maybe I want to put it on Shadow Dancer, but I don't want to commit to that right now. Anyway, so this is going to result in Abyss Watcher will be targeted by the signature. Okay, so before we proceed to that stupid shit afterwards, let's go to the signature against Abyss Watcher, and we're going to have 3 dice. We need, well, we need to roll 10s to evade this. Okay, crit evade. And then 2 rerolls. Boom. Can I add them together, please? I would like that. So it's going to be 2 hits. It's going to be 4 danger, 4 fate. That's going to put us at the oboe level for the danger and put us at 6 fate. And of course, the only oboe that we have left is the You Died oboe. So put that right back, shuffled it up by itself really good. Comes out, let's see if we can roll. All right, just roll a 10 real quick. Dang, that would have been cool. So Abyss Watcher dies. Goodbye, Abyss Watcher. Everybody else can gain a rage. I'm sorry, I should at least have the camera on Abyss Watcher's cards if I'm going to let him die. That ends the signature against the Abyss Watcher. And then we're going to end up going into another AI card basically right after this. All right, so after final attack, Paradox Force, move the time front 1 space forward. Gonna erase Abyss Watcher's time anchor. Not that he was going to use it for anything anytime soon. Then the Oracle moves 5 spaces towards the time front, stop if adjacent, and turns to face the most Titans. That ends that AI3. Man, that is what a series of unfortunate events that was. Just by happenstance having that gain a paradox major trauma on the top of the deck, which puts me at 4 paradox to be able to just totally screw me on the AI3. Then it'll be Logic Breaker's turn. Logic Breaker is going to get erased from existence. And now the priority target shifts to Cersei Guard / Returner. That will end the, I don't know why your thing was readied. You definitely went this round. Probably just forgot to flip it. Make both of them ready. All of our, well, almost all of our charges are done for everything. I'm a bit torn right now because before Logic Breaker went, I actually could use a charge of Fate Converter and make one of Earthshaker or Returner lose 2 fate, but who, I would rather them attack Returner. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Earthshaker is going to get knocked down. Oh, but Returner has Inspire. That's right. Returner can Inspire to get him back up. The AI 1s I feel like typically target the lowest fate, lowest danger. I forget what the AI 2s typically target. I'm not going to use it. That might be a mistake, but I'm not going to use it because right now Returner has the priority target. Oh, wait, did I gain? I can also gain another rage when Logic Breaker died, which I'm going to do. And I want to keep the priority target on the Returner because if it's a laser attack, then at least she's behind an iceberg. Whereas, oh, but she won't be in front at that point. Okay, this is, I think more than likely what's going to happen is that Earthshaker is going to become the target of the attack. So before Logic Breaker went, we will have done Fate Converter, lose 2 Fate, gain 1 danger, and actually this could work out if we end up having to have him draw the Grave Trauma, which is still Heroic Life. So Titan round is over, our negative AT token comes out. Boo. Actually, let me keep that off to the side just in case I happen to roll it for the next Titan round. Beginning of the Primordial round, we're going to do, we have minor and major traumas to draw for Extinguish Possibilities. Minor is Muffled. Gain the Muffled condition card. Gives me chills. Major is Dolo's Cunning. Goodbye, Dolo's Cunning. No positive traumas for us. Oh, actually, sorry, before that, we should have moved the time front. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, and this is where it's going to get annoying. So these are all going to come off. That's going to get destroyed. That'll go there. Then Primordial is going to go there. No, actually, Primordial is going to go here. And Earthshaker's not actually going to be in front. Earthshaker is going to be... he's going to have gotten knocked back into this, because it's either that way or into the time front. So he's going to get knocked down. Maybe 1 danger, goes up to 2 danger total. And he'll also get an Ambrosia. And where's the knockdown? Knockdown falling. I am not going to time block him though with a Fall from Eden. Oh, I'm not even showing things. So yeah, the Oracle had to move forward, basically landed on Earthshaker, who I thought was going to get pushed this way. No, we're going to go north instead of east. So Earthshaker crashed into the iceberg, and because it's destructible, he destroyed it, suffering crash. And, well, actually, technically he suffered crash when the Primordial landed on him. Anyway, the long story short is that, once again, I didn't think everything through correctly. What happens when I'm doing these videos? I think I've gotten a little bit better, though. I think my strategy when I'm doing the videos is getting closer to, like, when I'm not doing them. But it's weird. It's like a weird sense of pressure, I guess. Is kind of what makes it feel different for me. Now it would be the start of the Primordial round. We would have done the Extinguish Possibilities, which we've already done. Now we're going to move on to the AI card. This should be... No, it should not be at 1 because we reset it at 5, so it's kind of back to how it should be. All right, AI 2. Omen Beam. Furthest Titan in front is not an option. Furthest Titan in sight is going to be the Returner. Oh boy. This might be super lucky. Because our Titans, so he's going to face this way. Move lateral and attack. It's a double laser attack, but we're both in the same line. We don't have any reflex, but we don't need it. Because the laser is going to go for the Returner. It's going to skip over the Earthshaker. And since it's the Returner on this one, all right, well, let's just see if we get hit. We need 3 10s. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there's one not 10, so that was actually almost a full evade without even needing to use the special ability. But alas, we do get hit. If you are hit, draw an obol. Oh no, we have to draw the You Died obol, except Returner is going to do, what's the ability called? Cheat Fate. When you are about to draw an obol, you may choose to draw a You Live obol or You Died once per battle. So let's mark that as used. So I'm going to draw the You Live. Even though it's removed from the game, she can do that. And when she draws the You Live, she's going to gain a Rage. Boom. Move the time front forward 1 space for each Titan killed by this attack. Joke's on you, buddy. That's 0. 0. That attack is resolved. We might be able to do this. There's a chance. So let's do our little roll here for the cannon. AT token. That's a 7. Nice. Nice. We get our AT token back and we need to lose another burden resource. Back. Lose that. Our negative AT token comes back. And we're just going to jump straight over to the returner. Activate her. She reestablishes the time anchor. Then she's going to gain a fate with semi-sync on repurposed cryptex so she can get an extra movement. She's going to use one of those movements to get rid of the fatigue token. Then she's going to use another movement to go 1, 2. Actually, she could go 1, 2. I guess we'll go there. Oh, she also should have lost a fate because she survived a noble. But she's going to attack, go up to 7 rage. She's gonna get a die, and what does she need? She's got +5 total, so she needs a 3 or higher. 2. Jeez. Come on. All right, reroll, come on. Oh no. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Is there any chance I was missing an opening? Nope. Not that I can see. I will say that I attacked from here because there wouldn't have really been a difference. Because she has reach 2, and this at least keeps me safe from the time front, but oh, that totally sucks because now she can't inspire because she was full mist, so she can't get Earthshaker up. I might, yep, this is looking like I'm just going to lose this battle now and just have a full wipe. Shoot. Shoot. Everything gets cleared out. She was at 7, she was going to be at 8 rage with her Kratos table. A 1 and a 2. Oh, man. Okay. That goes away. That goes away. That goes away. That goes away. I debated about switching to the Sun Axe side. I probably should have just for the sake of like not making sure I don't full miss or having a lower chance of full missing. But like I can't undo that. I did not think that part through, so that one's on me. Dang, okay. Well, her turn's over, and Otis Zero can't do anything because he's knocked down. He doesn't have anything to stand up. I don't think there was a point where he could use rollout to save himself from being knocked down. Well, actually, a mechanic I totally forgot about is retreating. But I should do it here. I should retreat because there's a chance I could win with what's it called? With just a returner. But my biggest problem is that when the time front moves up, Oracle is going to get pushed onto me, causing me to suffer crash and get knocked down. And I don't think I really have a chance of surviving like that. So I'm going to retreat. Our first retreat of the playthrough. Even unrecorded, I haven't done a retreat yet in this playthrough, which is pretty good. I maybe did a couple of them in the first playthrough. I didn't do a lot, but damn. Let's cut back over to this. Now let's do this one. And let's do all the things that we need to do for our retreat. We're going to gain a Doom. Argo. Oh, that's going to put us at 7 Doom as well. All right, so 7 Doom. We will lose 3 Argo Fate. And I'll take care of the resources and the Triskelions offline. I did shuffle the Voyage cards back in already. And casualties. All right, so we got to kill off. Why did I go to Adventures? Come on. All right, go to Titans. And we have to kill off our... I could use Pygmalion Stones on them. I don't think I'm going to, though. It's a shame because especially the Abyss Watcher, I haven't really used that much this cycle. How many Titans do I have now? 15, I'd be going down to 13. But I have 6 Pygmalion Stones, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna hoard them for better Titans, unfortunately. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so Abyss Watcher is dead. And Logic Breaker is dead. Oh, and we have to do Fate Worse Than Death for Dastan. If your Titan is dead, resolve the Fate Worse Than Death special event. Open up my book and just make a noise while I do it. Where are you? Fate Worse Than Death. The blow didn't kill the Titan, nor did it shatter the Triskelion bond instantly. But the fates, it seems, weave their tragedies with long threads, and much time can pass between when the pull is made and felt. You and your crew are starting to feel it now, stronger than ever. You brace for the unexpected as if that can help. You suffered a Fate Worse Than Death special event in the last battle. Now that's time to check what gruesome fate awaits you. Maybe it won't be that bad. Roll a d10 and see for yourself. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, I should show this. Boom, a 9. Lose 4 mortal or 2 primordial resources per acclamation. Okay, that's probably the best I could have asked for. We've only had 1 acclamation. 4 primordial or 2, or 4 mortal or 2 primordial. Okay, let's do some Living Abyss here. Damn. Fate Worse Than Death resolved. All right, that was great. Best part of the fight. Okay, why can't I find this? I mean, I couldn't find the 0 when I was rolling the dice either. Let's debrief, though. What went wrong during that fight, other than just crappy luck at some points? Well, obviously, we're not using 2 of the great weapons that we have with some of those crit weapons. And we even do have a crit weapon with the Paradox, which is excellent. So it does kind of show that even just having like 1 or 2 really good crit weapons, especially putting it on a Titan with a black die, a black power die, it really helps because you have, like, to have 1 Titan who you're like, okay, if a tough BP card comes up, I really trust this Titan to go in and wound it. Because if we wounded that first BP3 that came up, who knows how much the fight would have changed. The big turning point, I think, in the fight with Logic Breaker getting stuck in time clocked, like, there were a series of points where it was just like, okay, that was just crappy luck that kind of stacked on top of each other, with the Primordial moving through the one time anchor that was the time anchor of the only Titan that was time clocked. We couldn't get that Titan out of time clock because they were the last one to go in that round. And it happened to be one of the few attacks where the Oracle actually moves up and attacks rather than like teleporting or doing a laser attack. It may have been smart for me to, instead of bringing something like the Fate Safer or the Fate Safe, maybe I should have brought, I can't remember the item, the gear that allows you to reestablish your time anchor, but bringing that to make sure that I can make the most use out of prototype Trespass device would be a good idea, because we saw how quickly, like, this is an awesome card, and the first site I'm using it in, it just gets nullified because I didn't set it up well, or I didn't have a good backup plan for it. So the way we got into that situation with the Logic Breaker was just a lot of bad luck, but also there is something that we could have done more to prepare. Eye of the Watcher, I mean, it helped me a lot. I still don't think I used it well enough. Maybe I want to be putting it on the Titan with, like, who's using the ranged attack. I was trying to use it to set up the Abyss Watcher to be able to attack with the Razor Bow, and then hopefully not have to use their movement or be able to use their movement to unexhaust this, as opposed to using their movement to move into range. So maybe it's still, I don't think it's a bad strategy, but maybe I need to more heavily consider, is it better to put it on the Titan with Razor Bow? I don't know. There wasn't really situations where I was like, oh, I can't, like, not being able to use Motivate from Eye of the Watcher is really screwing me, so maybe that part wasn't actually that bad. I did not pay attention to the other main effect of being able to reestablish any time anchor from Eye of the Watcher. Like, that's something I remember, I have just never done a good job of paying attention to that effect. And even though it's really good, like, it could have, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that totally could have, oh my gosh. I wonder if I screwed up at some, I might have, because even after the Logic Breaker got into that situation with, oh, the time anchor is lost, I could have used the Eye of the Watcher to get it back. Probably. Even if it didn't happen in the video, I could have made a more concentrated effort to be like, okay, let's use this. Let's go after a BP1. Let's make sure the Earthshaker is going to deal a lot of power. Shoot. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a good lesson learned for using that. Dang it. That I'm willing to put, like, I'm willing to say that that is the biggest strategic failure that I had in this fight. Going back to the Fate Safe with Logic Breaker, like, if I had taken this and moved it over to the Abyss Watcher, like, if I was going to take the strategy of, okay, I want the Abyss Watcher to be moved into position to attack with Motivate, so that they can use their movement to unexhaust things, I should have made sure that they have as much exhaustible gear as possible to get the most out of it. And Fate Safe would have been a good example of something that, like, I can exhaust it, get, like, free fate out of it, make sure trying to keep his fate down. But then the other thing that does is spread out my charges of second chance. Because even though I don't know if I would have used the second chance on that Paradox Major Trauma at the time. I think I probably would have, but if I did at that time, it would have been a pretty impactful thing because of, what was it, the time front moving forward at one point because of the I had 4 Paradox. Plus we have the second chance from Eye of the Watcher too, and it's on my Argonaut that can't actually make use of second chance because of this Fate at Nemos. So that's another problem. Like, I'm so sorry, Eye of the Watcher. I did not use you well at all this fight. Okay, that's not true. I did use the Motivate to some pretty good effect, but just underused it either way. That last attack I did with Returner, I probably should have switched to the Sun Axe. In that case, I just wasn't thinking enough about full miss versus like the risk of full missing and the benefit of still being able to get a partial hit in even if we can't wound it. Like I actually think we still probably could have wounded it if we just got one hit in with a Sun Axe. Like we would have had a black and 2 red, and we had the minus AT. Yeah, that'd be enough for, that's a pretty good chance of wounding the BP2. Wonder what the AT value of that was. 6? Yeah, for sure. I think I could have done that. So that was a mistake, and yeah, I wanted to keep it on this side because of the tokens, but like this is a wound trick gear. It's great for being able to be, let me use this side to attack, and then, oh, yep, after we wound, we're just going to switch to this side, and now we get the benefits of the tokens on there. So, hindsight, should have done that. Yeah. Underused the transforming ability of that piece of gear. Anyway, really fun battle though. It is always good to have a fight every once in a while where you just get your ass absolutely handed to you, whether it's through stupid things or just bad luck or whatever. Like having these fights where you get humbled is good because it keeps you on your toes and makes you like I have gotten there was points where I was just kind of not thinking I had to use all the gear to like its maximum potential, and I think that's part of the reason why I wasn't using Eye of the Watcher. Also, I'm just forgetful. But having these fights where it's like, yeah, you can just get totally screwed if you're not using all of your gear to its full potential. I mean, even then you can still get screwed. What I'm trying to say is I like losing every once in a while. It makes the game more fun because you're not just guaranteed to win every time. Like even in this where like with Aeon Trespass, I still get a good sense of satisfaction because all of my wins, most of my wins end up still usually being like close wins in some way. It's very rare to have a win where it's just like, okay, yeah, everything went right. We just had bonus attack after bonus attack. Or we were able to like just evade all of our, all the hits on something. We didn't lose a single Titan. That is it. It's rare that I don't come out with a sense of satisfaction with, I feel like I had to think, or I feel like I didn't have to think for that win. If that makes sense. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm just a little annoyed at myself for the Eye of the Watcher stuff still. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that fight. Hopefully you enjoyed yelling at me for not realizing I should be doing things at a certain time. i.e. Eye of the Watcher. Yeah, hopefully it was at least an entertaining video. Hopefully losing every once in a while is more enjoyable as well, so you don't just assume I'm going to win every combat. I think the next video we're going to be doing is an adventure video. I'll probably pick that up. Maybe I'll do that one tomorrow? Question mark? Maybe, we'll see. But either way, I am going to stop recording for tonight. So that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Surprise double wave.